So I'm here in an abandoned castle because we're talking about the most abandoned key in the history of guitar playing, and that is the key of B flat major. Okay, a lot of people see a B flat and they're like, no, check it out. I don't want anything to do with it. But guess what? If you've ever put the cape on the 3rd fret, you're playing in B flat, and it's time to start acting like a grown up, actually. And we're gonna learn all the secrets in the key of B flat because it's actually maybe my 2nd favorite key of all time, right? So B flat, 6th fret on the E string. Like I said, the reason capo 3 is B flat is because usually you're playing the chords in like G major chords, which puts your root note right here, 6th fret on the E string. So let's go through the chords, the 6 main chords in the key of B flat, and then we're gonna talk about some cool stuff that you can do with them, right? So the 1 chord is gonna be B flat major right here. F major bar chord, much easier because you're rooting on the 6th fret of the low E string, okay? An easier way to do this would be to think of it as an A sharp, right? There's A major, just go a fret higher, 3rd fret on the D, G, and B strings. Just like that, right? So there's your 1 chord. Now we can take this same track and go to the 2 chord, C minor and D minor, just by going like that, right? So there's the 1 chord, C minor. You don't have to play it like a bar chord. You definitely can. Sounds great on this Emeryld guitar, X10. Beautiful purple, right? Am I right? So C minor would be the 2 chord, all right? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this to D minor, the first 3 chords in the key of B flat. 1, okay, so you never have to worry about B flat being difficult because you can always use this voicing. And then this trick right here where you have an A major chord voicing with your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, ring finger, 3rd fret on the G string, pinky, 3rd fret on the B string. If you use this voicing and slide it 2 frets higher, swap your pointer finger out for your pinky, and then you can play all the major and minor chords, right? So now we've got the 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 3 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, and then you're back to B flat, okay? So this is gonna be a helpful tip that you can use in any key, actually, but we're gonna get to some of the things that make B flat really, really cool after we just go through these chords, right? So again, there's B flat major, 5, 5, 4, C minor, D minor, and then it's like, oh my gosh, what is this? E flat major, F major as the 5 chord, then we kind of keep going, so on and so forth, G minor, and then that's gonna bring us through a half diminished B flat, okay? So the relationship between B flat and F major and D minor are very important, okay? Those are gonna be the 3 chords we're gonna work on right now. So let's start with the traditional D minor chord voicing right here. 5A, 7, 7, D and G, and then 6th fret on the B string, and then just pivot your pointer finger to the low E string. So D minor to B flat, okay? And I think that's a great way to start thinking about the key of B flat. And then just kind of vamp on that, right? That's not too bad. You can do that. That's simple enough, right? And then like we said before, C minor is the 2 chord, but now let's go a little higher with this minor 7 chord voicing, okay? I use this all the time in a lot of songs, right? So B flat, and what the 2 chord can teach us about that other major chord in here is here we have E flat major to F, okay? So from here to here, they become major chords that are hidden inside of minor 7 chords, all right? So 1 chord, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing this as a major 7 chord, okay? There's an E flat, and then F, 7. All right, so now, thinking of this as a way to pivot around a D minor chord, I think is one of the best ways to look at it because there's so much we can do from here into its relative minor, G minor, which is the next thing we're gonna talk about, okay? So, G minor is like the perfect spot on the guitar that does not get enough love because here's minor pentatonic. right there, in the same spot as essentially C major, right? Everybody plays C major, but nobody shows B flat major any love, even though it's just 2 frets back. So anything you can do in A minor pentatonic lick-wise, you can do in G minor. So you can like slide from there. There's minor pentatonic. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna slide from B flat to the 3 chord, to the 2 chord, to the 6 chord, okay? And I think this is like kind of like the perfect spot to really get the most out of like solo acoustic guitar type performances, because like this is like the meat of the guitar. Everything is under control. We don't really have like a lot of like open chimey strings just rocking around. Everything is just really concentrated right here. So really navigating it's all right in the middle, and that's why like everything that you have ever learned in the most common keys like C major, A minor, same thing, you can move, just think of it as 2 frets back. So you have all that extra fret room to kind of get into higher stuff. You can really get into that second octave of the G minor pentatonic, again 15th fret, 15, 18, 15, 17, 15, 17, 15, 17, 15, 18, 15, 18. It's like in a comfortable position still, especially if you're rocking the Emeryld Guitar X10 cutaway like this. That's like the best thing about these guitars, if you guys have never checked these out, is like the cutaways and the bevels are just like perfect. And I mean, gorgeous, come on. Emeryld, check out the link in the description. Get yourself an X10, amazing. Carbon fiber top, by the way. So it'll never be in ruins. This thing will last forever, unlike this castle that I'm currently shooting at, right? So, there's our 1 chord. We can go higher. Or we're gonna go lower. So it's funny that like this has just been abandoned by guitar players because it seems hard, because like you first see a B flat and they want you to play it like this, where you do the double bar chord thing where you have your ring finger just slapped across the 3rd fret of the D, G, and it's like, oh, you gotta raise that to get that 1st fret on the high E string. And it just seems so difficult. When really, if you just think of it as an A major shape starting a fret higher, and then just doing these D, G, and B chords all the way down, then it's super easy. Plus adding that, all the cool stuff you already know, minor pentatonic wise, just starting on G, and then ending it right in the smack middle of the guitar. Because once you get in this spot, people will see you and they're like, well, that guy knows what he's doing, for sure. As soon as you can get there, everything makes a lot more sense, because then your arpeggio runs are gonna kind of sound tighter, because you're starting at like a more, I don't know, a more manageable place instead of having to do those huge reaches to start an arpeggio run in like the key of C or the key of F or anything. So again, this is like the money spot of the guitar. B flat major is the forgotten, abandoned key, and these are its secrets, right? Again, really that relationship between that B flat and that D minor is something that's really cool. And it just really sounds perfect on a guitar because of just the way that these strings are voiced. So, thank you to Emeryld Guitars for letting me use the X10 for this shoot. I'm actually in Ireland, the home of Emeryld Guitars right now, just kind of checking out some of the sites. So if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks a lot.